Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Rudolph now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Rudolph on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, it's Rudolph. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Gone. Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st down, Rudolph. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Keenum. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And an alley to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and 2, Rudolph. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Detroit! Gun!
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. An update now from out in Southern California. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Rudolph on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And it's caught. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? He's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And Denver getting set to take the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Now it's Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Gone!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. A big play there just before halftime. 72 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Leopard! Gone!
A final shot before the break. Rudolph going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. Nifty footwork. He's got daylight. The 20. 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Roger, roger, roger.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Keenum now on first down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hands down. Roger.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Open man, here's Hamilton. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Check. They go side. Like 20. Like 52.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And McManus able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. But that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Rudolph on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Rudolph. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and long, it's Rudolph. Now a leaping catch, he's got it.
Leopard!
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Going for it, it's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. This quarterback now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
Rudolph throwing again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Here we go now. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Gone, 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 gone.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Very left, very left.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw is Keenum. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? Isn't that...
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And finally brought down at the 43. A gain of 32 that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, it's Rudolph. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he's able to put it through. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets past one man. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Keenum's going to throw it here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
Rudolph on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Over. Detroit. Detroit. Watch twist. Quick dash. Go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun.
One last throw here for Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Sua Cravens with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. You